Well, over the years, I've certainly developed the following, and I just like to go fishing. I'm just one of the guys that's out there on the lake fishing. So my favorite fly as a kid, actually the first fly I ever caught a fish on, fly fishing, was a Royal Coachman with the white mallard flank wings. It's a big part of going fishing is meeting fellow anglers that have got this crazy bug that you've got as well. And again, that's just so much a part of fly fishing. I'm always playing around with trying to develop new patterns, and the latest thing that I've liked to play with are imitations we call blobs, which came over the ocean from the UK, and blobs imitate zooplankton, clusters of zooplankton. And our trout often go on zooplankton pretty heavily at certain times of the year. They're bright, gaudy flies, but they work, and it's kind of fascinating to see what colors work and what light conditions and what water clarity conditions. I was very fortunate to get introduced to Jack Shaw, and Jack took me under his wing, and he was my mentor for fly fishing in lakes in the interior. He taught me a lot, and it was a two-way street because I knew the biology of fish and the entomology, and he knew how to catch them and how to tie the right flies. So it was a good combination of his years of experience, and then I would add my 2 cents worth, and he taught me a lot of patterns, but he taught me about techniques to fish. And back then, in the mid to late 70s, we weren't fishing with strike indicators, so it was all floating line, long leader, or we were fishing chironomids and other imitations with full sinking lines. So it was a real honor to be able to call Jack a friend. And there were a number of other great stillwater anglers in the Kamloops area. Dick Deutsch, Hebe Smith, who owns Salmon Lake Resort, Ernie Saman, Mo Bradley, were all people of that era that were really pioneers in taking stillwater fly tying, fly fishing to the next level, to where we're almost at today. So today, there's lots of great anglers out there, and so we're always picking up tips from each other. Lately I've spent some time fishing with some very young anglers that are in the Kamloops area, and this is the next generation of anglers, and they're savvy. They've got good fish sense, they know how to fish, and they're very creative with their development of flies. So just spending some time with these younger anglers, I've learned lots, and it's certainly reconfirmed that, boy, every day on the water you can learn something new, and that's kind of energized me to get the creative juices flowing again in terms of tying flies, and even even presentations. So it just reconfirms, the every day on the water you can learn something, and that's what keeps it so exciting. Well, certainly my forte and what I'm known for is fishing still waters, but I really love wading rivers. I love going tropical saltwater fishing for bonefish, tarpon, permit, things like that, and knowing that we can always come home to some of the best still waters in the world. It's pretty satisfying. So 50 years from now, when people mention my name, I'm hoping that they remember that I was a fisheries biologist that helped develop a lot of great trout waters in the Thompson-Nicola region, and I'm proud of the work that we did for Fish and Wildlife for the province and creating these wonderful fisheries, and I was a part of a legacy to continue on that. So that's important to me. And then that on the fly fishing end of things, I've been very willing to share information, and I love to teach people. I love to take people out that are new anglers and see the expressions of happiness on their face when they catch their first fish on the cast fly, and I know they're hooked for life. And I hopefully that's what people will think about when they mention my name.